Hey, who wants to bring in Jesse Waters?
All right, you want to go ahead? You do it.
I think you should, Brian.
I want to bring in Jesse Waters now. He's co-host of The Five. He also hosts Waters World, named after him, and so is his book. His brand new book is How I Saved the World. Jesse, congratulations. Big day. It's finally here. I didn't even know you had a book out. I've been watching The Five. You barely mentioned it on the show.
It's a big secret, and I've been shamelessly promoting it. But guys, why are you putting me after Dean Cain? Very handsome. I'm very insecure about this. Please, I talked to the producers already.
Right. Well, how do you feel about me hosting with Pete Hegseth? I'm up against the same thing, Jesse. I know what you're looking to feel.
Well, you are a superhero. After all, you saved the world.
I did. How does it feel, Ainsley? Feel good?
This book is hilarious.
Thank you.
You're very honest.
Thank you. Some would say too honest. We had to cut a lot out of it. Trust me.
Yeah. We've all been there.
I mean, it's page by page. Dan hates me already. I'm very good at sensing when someone hates me. So I got to ask, Jesse, how did you save the world? How does one do that?
Well, you're going to have to finish the book, Pete, and I know you read a little slower than most people, so I'll give you a little bit longer time. But honestly, it was about how I saved myself, because it is my world. And you will hear stories about me kind of going behind enemy lines, going to cannabis festivals and going to Martha's Vineyard and nude beaches. And through those travels, I kind of consider myself a cultural anthropologist. I study liberals. And by studying liberals, I've come to understand what makes them tick, what makes them angry. And I will share with you these stories about all of their insecurities, some of my insecurities as well. That's about half the book. And you'll get a good sense of where we are in this country.
The cannabis story, when you went to the cannabis festival, I was shocked to find out that you ran into Jonathan Morris.
Yes, so Father Jonathan was in Telluride at a mushroom festival. Now, he swears he was there performing a wedding ceremony, but you got to see the look in his eyes.
Yeah, he started in the tape room, worked his way up.
We believe him.
The O'Reilly Factor, then the Five, and then the rest is history. And now he's doing a national tour on his life.
Yes,
So,
yes. I'm 42 and I wrote a memoir.
Jesse and Barack Obama.
Yes, yes. That's the one thing we have in common. Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome. The Washington Post says Jesse Waters is officially out of control.
Right. So,
Right
in the blurbs on the back, instead of sucking up and asking, hey, Pete, hey, Hannity, hey, can you guys write a blurb on the back about how great of a writer I am, even though you've never read anything I've written? I just put a bunch of quotes in here from people who actually hate me. A Human Jaeger Bomb.
That's a good one.
Media Matters. Blissfully Ignorant by Salon. And I think people like watching me get my teeth kicked in. People do say I have I think, the most punchable face in television.
Right. Well, you do open up with a fight. And you do punch somebody.
It's
well,
true.
You know, it's funny because the person that tried to attack me actually thought I was Pete Hegseth. No. It's true. They confused me with Pete. It's because we're so handsome, right, Pete?
It's true.
These chapters crack me up. You saved journalism, apparently. You saved prime time. You saved the internet. You saved D.C. nightlife, nude beaches. You saved Christmas. You saved Hollywood.
Well, Ainsley, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm a veteran in the war on Christmas, very much like Pete. I have the battle scars to prove it, and we went behind the scenes and found all these schools that had banned candy canes, and they'd put up in Great Barrington a bunch of Christmas lights, and they had to be removed because it was contributing to global warming. So these are stories about how I went and fought the war on Christmas, fought the war on women, obviously on the side of women, Ainsley, and we talk about what that was like.
All right, let's see if you can save schools. You know about this Spence school, this expensive school right here in Manhattan that everyone wants to get their kid into recently. Well, here's a little clip that's something that has aired on Showtime. It's satire that was shown to all the parents and kids. It was shown to all these kids about, I guess, satire on the evilness of white women. Let's watch.
That was shown to 8th graders, Jesse, on their graduation day.
So is Jesse Jr. getting into Spence?
No.
I don't think so. No. So, all right, here we go. Well, you guys, do you remember the war on women? Remember that during Barack Obama, you couldn't even say anything about a woman back then, or else you were a sexist. You couldn't even say nice shoes That was actually a microaggression at the University of North Carolina. I talk about that in my book, why liberals need microaggressions to stay relevant. Mitt Romney had a binder full of women that he wanted to hire, and he was called a sexist. But now we don't have the war on women anymore. Now we have race. The Democrats destroyed the war on women. Remember the Me Too movement? Poof, Avenatti gone. Joe Biden's allegation about sexual assault, that's gone.
10 accusers to Governor Cuomo, 10 accusers.
Right. So now they've realized now race is a sharper battle axe. So now race is everything, and you can say anything. You can even say anything about white women. And I'm sorry, white women, I don't know if I can save you. Perhaps Ainsley can save you. But this is where we are today.
So, Jesse, the school sent out a note to the parents and said this video is not part of the Spence curriculum. Our teacher and the school acknowledged that sharing a satirical video that made fun of white women was a significant mistake. It is never acceptable to ridicule anyone at any time, and it is contrary to everything that we know about our mission. Well, then a parent wrote a letter to the principal and said, while I was upset after hearing what happened at Spence, the email from Bodie, who is the principal, that followed really pushed me over the edge. Further, that the board has not weighed in on this matter gives the impression that the board shares the opinion that racism is indeed acceptable as long as it fits within the climate of the times. Choosing to label the video as satirical and that it made fun of and ridicules is a gross understatement. That you fully trust the professionalism of your dedicated faculty and will be strengthening protocols is not an acceptable response. Your reaction?
I tried the satire line excuse on a few of my controversial things. They didn't buy that. So that's convenient. Listen, we didn't do this when I was growing up. We learned about the Constitution and things like that. So right. I just think now I know why Jesse Jr. will never get into Spence.
Right.
Well, it is an all-girls school.
Well, that hurts.
Well, pick up the book.
He could identify. It's a new world.
You know what? He won't. Pete, he will not be doing that. Please, Jesse Jr.
Bill de Blasio says, keep this guy off TV. We had him on.
He had a point.
How I Saved the World out today, Jesse Waters. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.